Welcome to my Desync build. This is basically going to be a bow snipe gank build. We're going to be a little over like 6,300 physical damage. We went with physical damage as opposed to going with marksman and Hawkeye just to increase bow. A simple fact because we want our Dawnbreaker and other abilities that you guys might want to put in to the build to go ahead and have the maximum amount of damage possible instead of having just a bow only setup. Alright, so for the gear we have, we start off with Hunting's Rage. Now I am running the disease glyph on this. Reason I don't run any poisons on this, I don't want poisons proccing and pulling me out of stealth from their damage over time. We are running the Krogs one piece for the extra physical penetration on the build. Everything else is going to be spec'd into weapon damage. So continue then with a Moloch Keenus one piece, again for that one piece of weapon damage. And then automatons setup. Everything we're going to be running is medium and in divines with the warrior weapon Mundus Stone. On jewelry, again, we're selling out for damage, so we will be running infused. As far as food goes, we are running the Rosy Tonic. This is going to give us our magic and stamina recovery that will allow us to not only keep up with our stamina, but also to keep our cloak up as much as we can. And the last thing that's pretty much a must on this build is to run Essence of Invisibility. Go ahead and make it with Restore Health and Lingering Health for health over time. That'll be really big in getting away and staying alive as we move throughout the battlefield. Now for champion point setup. 44 into Warlord. 9 into Sprinter, 37 into Arcanist, and we do definitely want a little bit of extra magic recovery on this build. Increase your stamina recovery with 56 into Mooncalf, 67 into Shade, 56 into Tumbling, and 1 into Befowl. 72 into Master of Arms to get the most direct damage. 72 into Precise Strikes. 60 into Piercing. And 56 into Mighty. 56 into Ironclad. 8 into Spell Shield. 56 into Resistant. And then 23 into Thick Skinned, and again we're just basically hitting our 10% here. Hardy, Elemental Defender, going up to 11 with 49. And 35 into Expert Defender. And that'll do it for the champion points. Alright, and to hit the numbers that we are hitting, for our max numbers, it is important that we go ahead and run the skills and bar them the way that we have them set up. On our attack bar, we're going to have Lightweight Trap Beast with Camouflaged Hunter, Piercing Mark, Silver Shards, Focused Aim, and Flawless Dawnbreaker. Now, we want Piercing Mark on our front bar because of this passive increases your weapon and spell critical ratings for each one slotted. And when you have assassin ability slotted, increase your critical damage by 10%. Dealing damage, critical damage will also give us minor savagery to help boost our rating. Now, the reason why we have so many Fighters Guild set up on the front bar is for the Slayer passive, increasing our weapon damage by 3% for each one slotted. So you can see there we have a 12% bonus with this particular bar setup, and that goes a long way with helping our snipe to hit as hard as it can. Now on the back bar, this is basically our escape and buff bar. We are running the concealed weapon basically just for the movement speed while we're sneaking. We're combining that with the fact that we are a vampire and we do not have the sneak penalty while we're moving around. That allows us to stay a lot more mobile. Channeled acceleration, it's nice to get the boost from the major expedition for 9 seconds while we're moving and running, but the 10% boost to our critical damage is why we're really running that. Obviously shadowy disguise for our cloaks and to get away. Relentless focus to get our minor berserker and help with our stamina recovery as well. You can also go ahead and use the spectral bow, which has a decent tooltip of 17,000. We're going to be running rally for our major brutality and our heals. Now, reviving barrier is on here simply for the fact that we are running around solo on this build 99% of the time. This is another defense that gives us a really good heal and a really good damage shield. It also, due to passives, helps increase our recovery for being slotted. And the last part about this setup is, again, with Ledgerman, you will want to unlock the passives for reducing sneak cost, get that as high as possible. And we are currently running a Wood Elf for the extra stamina recovery and the additional max stamina, a little bit of poison resistance and disease resistance, but also the stealthy. So that way we reduce it and increase our damage that we're doing from stealth. So that'll wrap up the Desync build. If you have any questions or if there's something I skipped over, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer anything that comes up. If you guys want to see any gameplay footage, feel free to click on one of the videos here.